Welcome to another road driving essay video. In this video I'm going to be doing some maintenance on the GTI, and I'm going to be telling you the truth about sports car ownership outside of manufacturer warranty. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. If you want more content like this, we also do breakfast runs and car meets, and we give you the best raw POVs in South Africa right now. So if you want to see all of that content, subscribe now. And let's get into the video. So today is going to be a maintenance video, and that is because the Golf has been sitting in this exact position for the last 2 weeks. I haven't been able to drive this car for the last 2 weeks. The reason being is because the car cannot start. It doesn't want to start. Battery is completely dead. As you can see, nothing wants to come on. When I try to start it, nothing happens. But as you can see, now the car is starting to freak out because the battery is dead. So all the electronics are starting to freak out now. Now you're seeing a whole lot of Christmas tree lights on the dash because the car is freaking out. So first thing I'm going to do now is try to get this car started. And then once I get it started, then I'll take it and go get the battery replaced. So there's the culprit. So that is what needs to be replaced. Now I've got the jumper in. Now I just need to plug it in. So now that I've got the jumper plugged in, just gonna give it a few minutes to charge, and then I'll try to start up the car. So fun fact about this car is a 2017 model. That means this car this year is about 9 years old, and with it being 9 years old, things are starting to get old. As you can see, the battery is dead now. It has lasted 9 years, but now it needs to be replaced. But that's not the only thing that will need to be replaced. With the car being 9 years old, it means that there's a lot of components that are wearing, that are aging, and that will need to be replaced if I still want to have a good ownership experience with this car. The first truth about sports car ownership outside of manufacturer warranty: the older the car gets, the more components you'll most likely need to replace to keep the car running smoothly. The main difference between owning a car inside of manufacturer warranty and owning a car that's outside of manufacturer warranty: owning a car that's inside of manufacturer warranty, you don't worry about the car. You just drive it. The only things that you have to worry about are the normal wear and tear items, like your tires and the brakes and petrol. That's the only thing you have to worry about. Everything else, if anything breaks prematurely within a manufacturer warranty, you can just take the car into the dealership, and the manufacturer will cover the cost to repair and replace anything that breaks during that warranty period. Now, the main difference between ownership inside and outside of manufacturer warranty is that when you're inside of manufacturer warranty, you wait for things to break, and then you take it to the dealership, and then the dealership fixes it. But outside of manufacturer warranty, the most important thing is that you preemptively replace parts before they break, because you want to be ahead of any failure that might happen to your car. You want to be ahead of it. And that is because you will be paying for any repair and parts replacement that you have to do to your car out of your own pocket. Before I go on further with this, let me just see if I can start the car, get the car started. And then once I get it started, I'll go have this battery replaced. Let's see if I can get this car to start now. Okay. Oh, that was so close. Okay, I just need to wait a few more minutes and then it should start. Let's try this again. Hey, success. Now that the car started up, all the Christmas lights are gone, but I need to go get some petrol before it dies from that. So let me get that sorted out, and then I'll go get the battery replaced. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a cold start. See that?
A few moments later.
So as I was saying earlier, this car is about 9 years old. So with it being 9 years old and heading towards it being 10 years old, this car is getting old. It's up there in age. As the owner of the car, I need to be aware of all the things that could go wrong with this car at this age. Now, how do you know what to look out for on your car if you want to replace parts before they break? How do you know when and what to look out for? First, you Google the most common issues that your car faces. What tends to break with your car? That's the most important thing. First, you need to Google that. And then once you have a list of all the things that tend to break, you need to do further research in trying to understand when do these parts usually break, at what mileage and at what age do these parts usually break. There's a lot of forums online and there's a lot of communities online around sports cars. So you will tend to find that information very easily if you look for it. Another way to find out how to preemptively maintain your car is to speak to a specialist. Speak to a mechanic that specializes in repairing your car. So if you have a BMW, speak to a BMW specialist. If you have an Audi or VW, speak to an Audi VW specialist. They will tell you what tends to fail with your car because they work with these cars a lot. So they'll have first-hand knowledge of what are the common issues and how to fix them and how much fixing them would cost.
Okay, and then also, would you recommend someone to buy a German car, say, with close to 100,000 kilometers?
German cars, they're very good. The VW and Audi brand, they're very good. However, you need to know exactly what needs to be maintained on that particular vehicle before you purchase the vehicle. You know, I've seen, and this is actually the biggest mistake people make. A young male or female goes and buys a nice fancy Tiguan. They come for a service, you know, they need disc and pad, they need a gearbox service and an engine service, you know, which is not excessive, normal conventional components, but they can barely afford the service, let alone the disc and pads. They did not consider the actual maintenance cost, whether it's brakes, tires, that sort of thing. That is never into consideration. Where that's the first thing you need to be able to consider. Can I afford to maintain this car and keep it on the road?
And then lastly, one of the best ways to know more about your car is to join a community. So joining a community, you can join a community on Facebook, on any other social media platform like Instagram and so forth, or you can try WhatsApp groups as well. So for sports cars, there's usually a community for your specific sports car. So for example, for GTIs, there's a community for GTIs, there's a community for M lights, there's a community for M cars, there's a community for Audis, you know, RS cars as well. So there's a community for every sports car out there. You just need to find it and join that community and speak to the owners of that community. Speak to the people that own the same car that you do. They also have first-hand knowledge of what can go wrong with the car that you own. And they'll tell you how to prevent and how to avoid the certain issues that they have come across as well. So those are the 3 most common ways you can find out more information about your car and how to maintain it properly.
A few moments later.
I just come from the car wash. Car's looking nice and good now. So as you can see, a new battery has been installed. Kind of upgraded the battery because before the old battery was an older technology. This one is a newer technology, and it had to be coded to the car. So I got this new battery installed and I got it coded to the car. Now the car is behaving as good as new. See, the car just starts right up now with no issue. So the whole battery problem got sorted on this car now. This car shouldn't give me any problems for the next couple of years with the battery. So just to recap about the truth about owning a sports car outside of manufacturer warranty, you need to do a lot of preventative maintenance if you want your ownership experience to be good. You don't want things to break and then you repair them afterwards. You want to be able to repair and maintain your car before things break. That's the only way you will be able to enjoy owning a car outside of manufacturer warranty. So the best ways to get ahead of knowing how to maintain your car is to do some research, speak to a specialist, because the specialist will inform you what can break, and also join a car community and talk to the owners. The owners will also inform you of what's the common problems that come with your car. So I'm happy that the car's up and running again. So yeah, this is it for today's maintenance video. If you enjoyed this video, just drop a like and comment down below if you want to see anything else or know anything else about the car.